Okay, so I'm briefly going to go over the ranked swords. Going to talk about Dracos first. As far as Dracos goes, it's a decent item. It's yellow, so if you like yellow, the effect's pretty good. I personally don't like it, but it's a decent weapon. If you like red, just get a demonic because this is essentially just the red version of Dracos, and I personally like this one better. So do whatever you want as far as that goes. If you really love Dracos, I'm going to talk about the prices. Again, if you look at the monthly graph, it's about 395 mil. I wouldn't be overpaying for like 500. Just try to buy it at market. There are so many in circulation that haven't found an account that's willing to keep them, so you can find it at market. I wouldn't overpay. As far as the weekly graph goes, there are people buying it at 500, and it's getting manipulated, so a little hard to say exactly what's going on. But I personally wouldn't buy it at 500. Now, the price might rise past 500, so if you really really want one, you just find one at market. Market is probably 500, but I wouldn't encourage you to buy at 500 as a value thing. If you're just trying to get a Dracos to keep and you're never trading it off, if you overpay, don't worry about it. So 500 if you're going to keep it permanently as a value thing, or if you just like the item. If you're looking for value, I would say try to buy it at 400 or lower, ideally lower. Try to get like 350, 370, something like that. As far as trading for Champ and Aegis, they should have multiple Dracos for Champ. For Champ, I would say you want at least 3 Dracos. I'd probably want 4. Which yes, that's a massive overpay, I'm aware, but there's so few champs left that you really need to only take a massive winning trade if you're a champ owner, because this is going to get gate kept more and more. The few people that are willing to be somewhat nice with their champ are going to get bought out, and then it's only going to be the people gatekeeping left. So if you have a champ, just sell super high, like just absurdly high, and I wouldn't even recommend selling out of champ for all the owners. Aegis, kind of the same. Aegis is getting manipulated an absolute ton, but I would just try to get 800 or more, which I'm aware that's probably clean or something. But when you have this rare of an item, you can kind of overcharge and justify it however you want. And you probably won't find that many people that want to overpay that much, but then you have it ready for if someone does. And this value is just going to keep going up because started at like 520 ish. Now you can start justifying 800 and it's getting manipulated. So, just keep it in mind. I would highly recommend trying to get massive overpay for those though. Um, as far as Dracos goes, like it's decent. If you want it, grab it, but I don't think its demand is going to be absolutely insane. I think the copies are going to take quite a bit of time to find permanent homes and really skyrocket in value. Poses and escalades and stuff are skyrocketing way faster than this will. So if you bought an overdrive, you bought reckless, that kind of stuff, it's probably going to do better than this. Same if you can afford an Aegis and you can buy one at 500, I would buy an Aegis over this every day. So just keep it in mind. Even like 600 for Aegis, I would pay 600 for Aegis before I'd get a Dracos for 500. But that's just because Aegis is a much lower copy count, so the rarity is much better. So just keep it in mind. As far as the other items, there's like Golden Way, or here, let me talk about the Diamond one. So this has way too many copies to really be that valuable. Because of how many people were boosted into Diamond or used multiple alts to get into Diamond, this thing's not going to really skyrocket it. That's way too many copies to be massive value investment. They'll probably get flipped up, but it's so many copies. Don't expect some massive climb. Golden, again, 14,000. Like you're not getting good values for a very long time. So plus this looks really ugly compared to Golden Dominion. It's essentially Golden Dominion downgraded. this weapon's just way better looking. So expect it to stay around 2.5. I would be surprised if this passes 4 million anytime soon. It might go back up to like 3, but it's not going to be very good. So just be ready for that. Silver Destiny, I would guess this goes up to like 2 million, but there's 16,000 of them. So also all the Silver Destiny ones are essentially the same. So it's not really a great item. I wouldn't recommend stockpiling really any of these, but if you want them, they should be cheap for a long time. So I wouldn't panic to buy them either. Also, as far as Bronze Havoc goes, I would buy the old one if you can find it cheap over the new one because these are rarer and it's a bit of a pain to find them now. You can probably get 100k out of these, whereas these really shouldn't be going that high. So if you find a cheap one at like 25k, 50k, buy it if you want it. But this one's really ugly compared to the old one. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the rank swords go. It was kind of a miss this season. The silver and bronze were just reskins. The gold item was downgraded. The diamond item has way too many copies to have any value, and it's decent looking, but it's not amazing. Let me just show the few I have. So I have the diamonds weapon. I have a silver one. There's a few of the silver one. Got a silver one, which this one's a little bit more, I don't know, cartoony or edgy than silver one. So it's not everyone's thing, but if you like it, it's decent. I think this is a little bit prettier as a weapon, but it is much more expensive. So, and then what was the other one? I don't have the golden ones, so that's it. Yeah, that's it for today. So have a good one.